Hello everyone, I am Surrender the Awesome, and I'm back, and I'm ready to look at some more r/NiceGuys. But before I get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and if I can't convince you, perhaps this picture of my cat as Sauron will convince you. And, random fact about my cat society is that for government officials to go up to the main government building, well, they have to first trek through a massive, and I mean incredibly massive staircase, because it's always good for government officials to get some exercise. Without further ado, let's get into this. So this first post here says, X just can't stop degrading me. And this person here says, after everything, I really debated if I cared enough to help you in the very end, but you just end up making the same mistake with the next person if you never learned your lesson. After actualizing everything, I'm going to fulfill my obligation to you and hope you remember this. You're going to realize when you get older and more mature that I had everything from having my own place, car, and a future with a fortune of money. Well, good for you, guy. That is wonderful for you. Anyways, this person goes on to say, you and your family's lives absolutely would have changed. I would have everyone retired. I mean, are you saying it like the mafia? Anyways, this person goes on to say, now you'll be struggling like the average young adult and working for the rest of your life after you experience the reality of hardships and relationships. When you meet other people out there that aren't as kind, responsible, or have patience, you're going to realize how foolish you were. I mean, I don't know about you, guy, but personally I think that, Opie may have dodged a bit of a bullet. Anyways, this person here goes on to say, even now, you still continue to talk online to boys like the breakup didn't hurt you or teach you at all. Well, maybe it didn't. Anyways, this person goes on to say, shaking my head, you always had it in you. I find so much irony because you hate cheaters so much, but in fact, you have a lot of traits and conditions to a cheater. You allow boys online to use you and somehow always blend into the conversation about ass and relationships. How dense can you be if you don't realize that, Lamau? I heard it every time you were talking to boys online. I mean, imagine if, say, that was like, I don't know, friend from high school or friend from school or something like that. Anyways, this person goes on to say, and I am sure it goes on way more. It's pretty disgusting, dude, that you value yourself so low for that attention online. I realize now that you are that attention horse. You really need to get off the internet and find real friends because that's super unhealthy and you'll F up your life like every girl I knew who did that crap. Cheating isn't just physical, it's also certain communicating with other guys too. That is a pretty weird sentence, but anyways, this person goes on to say, you actually convinced yourself that you were right and I treated you so bad. I am not even bad. I appreciate you did that because I never would have known anything I do now. Well, then why don't you move on, guy? You kind of learned what OP is, according to you at least. Anyways, this person here goes on to say, you have no idea what you are doing. You convinced yourself into believing you understand relationships, love, and adulting when you clearly are just a kid whose parents handed and planned everything for you. Now you go online throwing darts hoping to land a relationship. I mean, you could kind of do that nowadays. Anyways, this person goes on to say, except you're gonna hurt someone and really F up their life because you deceive people into believing and trusting you. That's super effed up, Blake. You don't even realize you are doing this and just leaving a trail of disasters. Like, WTF, dude. With your history, it's pretty accurate how you broke things off so easily after a hardship. I just realized you just recycle online relationships and don't know what the F to do after it starts becoming real, so you break it off until you land a new relationship. I honestly feel bad to know the type of person you are. You really are the person you hated so much, so easily distracted by someone new. Well, guy, you can kind of just leave. Nobody's stopping you. Anyways, this person here goes on to say, I dodged a bullet because I'm sure your crave for attention will develop over the years. You're such a natural at it. Wow. You know, for somebody who's saying how somebody else is craving attention, you sure sound like you're an attention seeker. Anyways, this person goes on to say, good luck finding someone who has everything I have. Well, I think that might kind of be the point or something, but anyways, this person goes on to say, most likely you'll find kids who still live with their parents and no car with no idea what they're doing in life. You'll only attract people as good as you. You literally hit the lottery with me and somehow you effed that up. I mean, strange. With all that money you have, you still can't buy yourself a good personality. Anyways, this person goes on to say, like WTF were you thinking, Blake? Just even logically speaking, you could have married someone with a net worth of millions and still young. Well, here's the thing. Marriages tend to actually be emotional things. You know, somebody you could emotionally connect with. Anyways, this person goes on to say, you could have never worked hard in your life, your parents' debts would have been gone and would have retired. How happy would they have been? How proud would they have been knowing that you had your own car, living in a mansion, and having someone who genuinely cared about your family? You could have traveled and bought all the games, toys, and food without care about prices. Blows my mind how foolish you truly are. I mean, wow, guy, you sound kind of like an egocentric narcissist just from me reading this. Anyways, this person goes on to say, I am sure you can't even comprehend that kind of life. It's an effing blessing. I am confident I will be better than anyone else you'll find in life. Again, with all that money, you still can't buy yourself a good personality. Anyways, this person goes on to say, and before you say this doesn't matter, you'll realize how important it is in the future. I mean, why is everybody else inferior, guy? Anyways, this person here goes on to say, who's going to date you? You don't have any education, no car, no real life or relationship experience, and you just got your first real job. Still with your parents? I mean, you do realize that if OP's young, then, you know, still got their life ahead of them. You know, they got time. Anyways, this person goes on to say, you honestly believe you could have a real relationship with someone? Is someone just going to wait 4 to 5 years until you're stable enough? You think someone successful is going to date you when you haven't done anything in life? You don't effing think, dude. Were those VR kids' attention worth it? Choosing them over me? They don't even have enough money to visit you or support you. Assuming that they truly care about you. Was it worth it, Blake? Well, like I said, despite the fact you have money, you still can't buy yourself a good personality. Anyways, skipping over a bit because this post is long enough as it is. Big pressure though. You obviously didn't realize I was a millionaire, had education, had my own place and car and company. You now should realize I had way better options out there for me. Great. Fuck off, guy. Just straight up. I needed you to be at your best potential and you simply weren't mature enough to comprehend your own situation. People judged you, knowing I seriously downgraded from my last relationship, yet I still defended you and cared about you, and I treated you terribly? The pressure was always going to be there regardless. I was kind enough to edge you towards maturity and experience, and you instantly folded and victimized like a child. You obviously weren't ready, and I still had patience. Holy F. And then, when it was your turn to actually contribute, you folded. Damn, you saved me, dude. When you grow older and experience of reality, I wish I could be there for that realization of how you effed up with me. You'll realize how good you had it. You know, guy, for somebody who's talking about maturity and, you know, the realities of life, you sure sound like a vindictive child. Anyways, this person, after me skipping a lot more, I will leave the post in the description below. Here goes on to say, I just hated I wasted so much money, time, and love for someone who couldn't even give back anything to me when it mattered. I also feel bad to our families for wasting their time/expectations. For your next relationship, just be truthful to them and be truthful to yourself. Express your emotions and communicate with them. You'll honestly save so much time and energy. And don't tell them you love them if you don't mean it. You'll hurt that person if things don't work out. Okay. I'm gonna give this person a special out of 50, cause I'm not a psychological expert, but I'm pretty sure this person might have some psychological problems. And I think with that, that's gonna do it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.